going on to you, Virgo? So you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Ten of Cups. Then you have the Ace of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. I already did some of the video. Something came up. I had to fix it, but I'm coming back. You have the Seven of Cups, the Lovers, the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, and last but not least, the Page of Swords. So I was basically talking about how it is that a lot of you Virgos, a lot of people, the Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Ten of Cups, a lot of people really they didn't expect you Virgos to actually start becoming who it is that you are now, because they thought of themselves as the Queen of Pentacles, a person that all it is that they needed to do was just basically try to convince you that they were in love with you, and that you Virgos would do anything that these people ask. But the Chariot and the Ten of Cups represents, but a lot of you Virgos are learning the games that people play, right? Because as Virgos, we share that with Pisces. We share that naivety with Pisces, where everybody deserves a clean slate. So us as Virgos, we're born into this world not really knowing a whole lot of knowledge, but a lot of us are willing to learn, right? Now, some of us shut down, but a lot of us are really willing to learn. So a lot of the times we end up getting played so much to the point where now it's like we realize that what we want is not necessarily the way that it plays out. So what a lot of us Virgos do is that we start, obviously, right? We start to learn, and we start to actually understand that our naivety or our lack of knowledge and lack of experience is what it is that's holding us back. So we're the purest zodiac sign until we start to learn, and then we get so hip to the games to the point where we almost become disrespectful or disrespectful, because Capricorn is the purest zodiac sign, right? When they learn to get out of their muck. But we're the reverse of Capricorn in that sense, as to where Capricorn is born dirty and becomes clean. We're born clean, and then we become dirty over time. But that doesn't have anything to do with our wanting to be dirty. What it is that we realize somewhere along the lines that us as Virgos have to stop being so nice and stop letting these people who are really less than us, really lesser, really lower than us, get the better of us. So the Ace of Pentacles now, and the Chariot and the Ten of Cups represents, that's why a lot of people are up in a tizzy. They're upset about this collectively. They don't know each other, but I mean, they're up in a tizzy because they did not expect you Virgos to actually start rising up and giving them pushback and asking them questions. The Ace of Swords represents, they thought that, like I said, you were just a sucker for love, where all it is that they needed to do was try to get you to think that you were in love with them, and you would fall prey to whatever kind of games that they were playing. But the Five of Pentacles is, now the tables have turned. You Virgos are actually trying your best to get away from these people as fast as you possibly can. And they didn't really anticipate this, because how are they going to try to run game on you if they can't even get in touch? Well, the Seven of Cups now represents, a lot of you Virgos understand now that these people are trash. They're low quality. They're very small individuals. So because of the fact that they're low quality, a lot of you Virgos are like, what do you care for, right? Like, I'm like that, and I'm a Virgo. That's your new mentality. Like, what do you care for? You're going to do what you're going to do. You're going to hang out. You're going to do what you're going to do. And who cares if people like you like that or if they don't? Because most of the times people be faking and they're fraudulent anyway. So a lot of you Virgos, people were talking about how you Virgos were players before. No, Virgo is not a born player, but a Virgo learns that that most people are playing anyway. So it appears that the Virgo is playing. It appears that way. So then you have the Lovers, and then now the Lovers now represents, it's Gemini, which is the other zodiac sign that shares Mercury. But the Lovers now represents, like I said, a lot of people are upset about this, because You Virgos are doing your thing. Seven of Cups. And you doing your thing. You having your fun. You talking to whomever you want to talk to. And a lot of people can't put up with that. A lot of people can't accept that. But it goes to show you that their dysfunction. Because on one hand, they're trying to play you out, but then they're getting jealous when they see you talking to other people. When they hear about how you talking to other people. When they understand that you're not trying to chase after them or doing too much to get into their good graces. You don't care about that. So then the Hierophant now represents this. The Hierophant is now about how a lot of you Virgos, you're going with your knowledge, you're going with your gut, all of that type of stuff. You're going with your head, your heart, and your gut. You're going with your whole fiber of your being, everything. And you realize the reality of the situation, that there is really no point in you really being so upset about this, about how people move. Show up, talk to people. If people are into you, great. If they're not, great. Who cares? As long as you're not dysfunctional, as long as you're not corrupt, who cares what it is that people have to say? A lot of you Virgos don't care one bit. You're going to show up, do your thing, have fun, hang out, do what it is that you do, which is great. Then you have the Five of Wands, the Page of Swords. The Five of Wands and the Page of Swords represents, this is where a lot of the anger is coming from, because all of these people are angry and up in arms, so to speak, angry off of the fact that you Virgos are just living your life and doing your thing. What's up with all this anger? What is up with all this anger, especially if these people did not want you, right? So then you have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords now represents, so as a result of this, a lot of you Virgos, you realize that you had to draw the line somewhere. You had to draw the line. A lot of you Virgos don't have a lot of legitimate boundaries, to what it is that you will do and what you won't do. And truth be told, a lot of times people think that it's about creating boundaries. Yeah, it is. It is, but it's also about showing you that you're free, and that really the boundaries that a lot of you think are in your that you think are really in your mind. What I'm really trying to teach you Virgos ultimately is how to be free from people's stigmas, how to be free from the delusions of what other people think about you and how they try to get you caught up in sticky situations, and how you Virgos can really see through these things and not have, like, these people won't be able to use your morality against you to get you caught up in their narratives. So it's really about freedom, if anything else. Yeah, it's about boundaries, but you really get that freedom from understanding when people are trying to get you caught up and how to override or overwhelm or go through or what you need to do. So situational awareness without having to be corrupt, without having to ultimately corrupt you or corrupt your spirit or corrupt your soul, or you understand? So it's really about freedom, if anything, really. But then, so let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the World, right? The Ten of Wands, and then you have the Ten of Swords. So to clarify the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles represents, again, tired of spending, tired of putting yourself, your heart, your resources, because a lot of you Virgos have resources, out there on the line, trying to show people that, you love them, you really mess with them the long way, got to tiptoe. But then you have the World. But, you realize now that if people don't want to appreciate it, you don't have to stay with them. You don't have to stick with them. You don't have to hang out with them. Forget about them. Who cares? Go talk to other people. Be by yourself. There's so many choices that you Virgos have now that you're able to open your mind, right? Freedom, right? which is what so many of you Virgos really want. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords is about whatever type of stigmas that people have onto you. You don't care because you know why it is that you don't rock with them. And people are mad about that.